Watch out folks, so I thought I'd do a quick video on the tomato plant, but cheers for tuning in. Like, subscribe, leave a message, give me a thumbs up, whatever you like. So this is where you want to go with your tomato plant. So I've let my tomato plant overgrow a little bit so I can talk you through it. So I'll flick the thing round and then you can see this tomato plant that I've let go. Here we go. Right, so you can see for a start at the top the plant is split into two. It's quite unusual. Normally it's just one stem right the way up with your tomatoes that come off. But that's good because that means you get flowers on this side and flowers on this side, which means you essentially get one plant turned into two, which is lovely. Now then, when you come down here, the Americans talk about suckers and I talk about side shoots. Very big one, that's a side shoot. So you've got your main stem here, comes all the way up, right the way down into the ground. Then from the stem comes your leaf, right? In between the main stem and the leaf, you get a side shoot. So, how I deal with these side shoots, probably a little bit too big for this, but normally I just push them backwards and they snap and I just pull them off and there you go. Now then, a lot of people discard these. Don't discard them, alright? If that's the only plant you've got and you want more, you can put that as it is directly into soil like that, right? But if you were to do one, take off the first set of leaves so you can plant them about that deep, and then all this lot below my fingers will turn into roots. Other than that, you can just drop it in some water like so, and that'll stay there, and in a few days that'll have roots and then you can plant it. Now you can just cut these off with a pair of scissors or a pair of secateurs or whatever you want to do. You always go in the middle like that, can't really see from there, and cut in, and you can just cut them off. Away you go. That's a bit small for planting really. You could do if you wanted to. See this big one here, he's a monster. We'll get rid of him. He's right down there, look. Right down there. I'm going to cut that off. I'm definitely going to put that in some water. And then in a few days' time, when these have rooted, I'll do another video, show you the roots. So I put that one in there, and they'll stay alive because they're still sucking up water. So as they suck up the water, they will produce, and then you can plant them, and then that turns into a whole plant. So I'm going to go through, prune them all off with this because it's just snap them off. That one was a strong one. The bigger thick ones, I just cut them off like that. Normally what I do is I put my finger on the back, my thumb on the front, and then I push right the way over until it snaps. Then you don't damage the plant, it comes away nicely. And we're all good. And you have to keep an eye on this throughout the entire cycle of the plant. So there's another nice big one. I'll cut them 2 roots off of there. And I'll bung that in there with that one. Now then, there's another one there. Let's do this one as well. Now see, that's about your average size pot you want to plant in. it looks bigger than it is. That's about 9 to 10 inches across there, and it's about 12 inches deep ish. Now when you've done all your pruning, you can, I thought I saw another big side tube, yeah. When you've done all your pruning and you notice you've got flowers and tomatoes, once a week you want to be feeding it Tomatoe right now with, when you water it, once a week. I normally do it on a Friday, and keep an eye open for the side tubes and come in all the way down. So don't get confused with this. This isn't a side tube, because it comes out from in between a leaf and the main branch. That has now become one main branch. That has now become another main branch. This is the main branch that feeds both of them. So there you go. Looking good. Right, so I'm going to pause the video and go around the front, show you the tomatoes got around the front. Got some alien tomatoes. Okay then folks, we're outside now, out the front. Got me runner beans, and all the way out there, doing great. And I've got tomatoes on the back here. And look at these are gone really weird. This one, got your main stem, all the way up to the main stem, look, and the main stem splits in two on that side. And then round here, don't know if you can see, there's another one here. That one splits into one, two, splits into three. That there, that bit there is a side tube. That one there is a side tube. See how easy they are when they're young. They just pull off the plant so easy. And look at this tomato. Look at this plant. Look, there's the main stem. You see how it's gone into three? You come right up. 1, 2, then this one at the back here is 3. And then there aren't any side tubes on that one, but we got flowers. That one there is that side tube. That is a side tube. Bloody hell. There you go, just use your fingers. So there's the rest. I've got a few kale plants down here in between growing. And come around the front, look. And over to these, look. And it's so easy to do. Just drilled a hole into the side of there, shoved the cane into it, fastened the cane on there like that, and then put me uprights up through. Just tie them off. You don't have to use wire ties. For years I used string as I have tying up. Always leave a little bit of space as well, a little bit of a gap. You see, it's not tight, it's not like that. That is for a reason. If you're doing too tight like that and they're tight, as this grows, it cuts the plant. And it doesn't, and then it grows bulbous around that area. So if you keep them like that, it gives them a chance to move freely in the wind, right? Which in turn strengthens up their main stem. And also, as they're growing, it stops them from getting choked because you can choke the plant, essentially. It will still feed, it will still grow, but better not to have it like that anyway. Now these look nice and healthy at the moment. So there we are, and that's it. Just pull out your side shoots when you get flowers. You start feeding it once a week. All right. When you get tomatoes, I would recommend you feed them once every 3 days, because then you're really giving the plant a chance to take on some really good nutrients for your tomatoes. Then they will grow nice and plump, big, be really juicy and full of flavour. But if they start to look a bit dicey, then just lower back on the feed. Now I always pull off these bottom ones like so, because if you're taking off the leaf, it's forcing all the energy and everything up to towards the top of the plant. You don't need to feed all this leafage down here. You don't need to feed it at all. So get rid of it, and then the plant can you watch it grow, then it will spurt right up. I do this every year to every single plant I ever grow. I always take the bottoms off. I always pinch out the side shoots. I know a lot of people say don't pinch them out, let them grow. But see, when you do that, you're taking away all the energy and the goodness from the main plant, and you're feeding the side shoots. So the rest of the plant isn't going to get the amount of food that it needs to produce good, fresh, nice, tasty, juicy, flavoured tomatoes. So I do this every year. I go around, just strip off all the bottom ones like that. So now come back, have a look, see all the bottom ones, they're all stripped. And here, look at this, that cucumber plant. Couple of cucumbers down there, little bitty ones. That's just planted in a builder's bucket. If you're not sure on sizes of plants, or if you want to do tomatoes or anything that grow up a cane, anything that needs a good root system, builder's bucket, you can't go wrong. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. I always like talking to you. So great stuff. Like, subscribe. I'll be doing some more videos very shortly. I got a couple of things I want to say and show. So cheers for now. Enjoy. I hope what I did helps you. So, but if you stick with them rules, you can't go far. In between feed, you water with just plain water, either from a water butt or out the sink. You know. So as you can see, the bigger the plant gets, the more water it does. On those plants I got outside, I tend to start pouring, count to 3, move to the next plant, count to 3, move to the next plant, count to 3. That generally is enough water, I find. But on really hot days like today, you need to maybe doing them twice a day, maybe 3 times a day. I do them once in the morning, once in the evening. Anyway, cheers and beers for now. Have a good one. I will be back soon with some more.